Hello friends, and welcome to your practice today. My name is Veronica, and today we are going to be doing a grounding sequence. In today's practice, we are going to focus on really making that connection with the earth and with ourselves so that we can be more present with whatever comes up both on and off the mat. You're welcome to use any props in today's practice, such as bolsters, blocks, or blankets. I will offer modifications for those. And of course, please be mindful of where you're at today in your body. If you have any injuries or pre-existing conditions, please take any modifications that feel good for you. And if at any point you would like to just rest in child's pose or take any other posture that you feel comfortable in, please feel free to do so. Let's begin our practice. We'll come to our mats in an easy seat for Sukhasana. So coming down to the ground, crossing the legs, one foot under the other, or maybe you stack the heels one in front of the other, finding what feels comfortable to you. Rooting down through your sits bones, lifting up along the spine and through the crown of the head. You can also sit up on a blanket or a block if that feels more comfortable to you and supports your spine. Allow your knees to relax out to the sides. Allow your hips to relax and soften. We're going to draw the lower belly up and in to help us lift up. Shoulders draw down from the ears. Maybe you tuck the chin slightly to lengthen through the back of the neck. And now I welcome you to maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes here. We're just going to take a few moments to take some breaths. Mindfully in through the nose and out through the nose. You can rest your palms on your knees. You can rest them in your lap. Or maybe you can even take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Really feeling that connection to yourself, to your body. Feeling the beating of your heart. Feeling the breath expand your belly on the inhale. Feeling the navel draw back to the spine on the exhale. Try to lengthen your inhale and lengthen the exhale. Welcoming that breath from the bottom of the belly all the way up. And then releasing. Feeling your sits bones spreading down into the earth. Allowing the inhale to lift the rib cage. And the exhale to ground you further. Just listening to the sound of your breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Beautiful. We're going to add some gentle movement with our breath now. You can open the eyes if you had them closed, and on the inhale, we're going to lift the gaze, gently waking up the muscles in the neck. On the exhale, let's draw the chin towards the chest. One more time, gently inhale, lifting the chin, and gently exhale. Leave the chin tucked towards the chest, and let's breathe into the back of the neck here. Just feeling the breath expand all the muscles in the back of the neck, along the tops of the shoulders. Let's inhale back to center. Let's exhale. Let's bring the right ear over the right shoulder. Remembering to keep the shoulders drawn down from the ears. Breathing into the side of the neck here. Maybe you extend that left arm, pressing the palm away. You can also move the palm back and forth. Find a little bit of gentle movement. Breathing into all the muscles in the side of the neck and down along the shoulder. If you find a comfortable spot, feel free to stay in stillness and breathe. Let's inhale back to center, release the hand. Exhale and bring the left ear over the left shoulder. Again, taking a few moments to breathe into the side of the neck. Maybe you've just woken up and the neck can be stiff first thing in the morning. Maybe you extend the right arm long, pressing the palm away from you. Finding some gentle movement forward and back with the palm. Breathing into the right side of the neck, all down along the shoulder, along the upper arm. Let's all inhale back to center and exhale. Beautiful. Now let's inhale the arms up high. Palms drawn towards each other. Exhale, palms draw away and float the arms down. Beginning to wake up the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, maybe your gaze draws up. Exhale and float the hands back down, drawing the chin towards the chest. This time, let's inhale the arms up high. Let's bend at the elbows and exhale, draw the elbows down the back. Cactusing the arms. Again, let's inhale the arms high, taking the gaze up. Exhale, draw the elbows down the back. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms back. Lovely, let's inhale the arms high. Exhale and drop the right hand down towards the earth, bringing the palm to the earth, keeping a bend in the elbow. We're going to lengthen up through the left arm, through the fingertips. And think up and over as we tip over to the right, bending that elbow down towards the earth, keeping that chest nice and open, heart lifting up towards the sky, reaching through the left fingertips. Keep grounding down through your sits bones. One more big breath, open up that chest. Exhale, release, back to center. Let's inhale, this time the right arm high. Left palm comes down towards the earth, bending the elbow. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Think up and over as you tip towards the left, grounding down through the right hip, reaching through the right fingertips, drawing the shoulder down from the ear. Keep that chest nice and open as the heart lifts up towards the sky. One more big inhale. Exhale and release. Good. Let's reach the hands forward. We're just going to do a few wrist circles to wake up the hands and the wrists. So let's open up the palms nice and wide. Spread those fingers nice and wide. A big inhale. Exhale and make a fist. Again, inhale, spread the fingers wide. Exhale, make a fist. One more time, spread the fingers nice and wide. Inhale. Exhale, make a fist. Empty it all out. Good. Now inhale, open up the palms. We're just going to take wrist circles one way, rotating the wrists. Maybe taking them the other way. Waking up the mind, making that connection. Good. Now let's bring the palms together, clasp the fingers together, and we're just going to make figure eights, pressing the palms together. Just beginning to rotate the wrists as if you're drawing a sideways 8, going up and over and down, coming back around. Good. Let's take it the other way. Again, making that connection with the mind and the body. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale and release. You can bring the hands to the knees, or you can take your palms together in front of the heart. We're just going to do some gentle twists for our spine. So let's inhale. Exhale and twist towards the right, twisting from the hip. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale and twist towards the left. Keeping the spine nice and long. Inhale back to center. Maybe you take the left hand to the right knee. Right arm goes behind, opening up that chest. Inhale back to center. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. One more time each side. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale and twist. Good. Let's all inhale back to center. Bringing the palms together in front of our heart, Anjali Mudra. Taking another breath to root down through our sits bones and lengthen up through our spine. Exhale, release the hands, bring them down to the earth. We're going to shift forward onto our palms, uncross our legs, and come to all fours on our mat. So coming to a tabletop position, where you're just going to spread those palms nice and wide and stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips stack over the knees. We're going to think one long line of energy as we extend the tailbone to the back of the room and lengthen through the crown of the head to the front of the room. Very good. Now keep a flat back here. Draw the lower belly up and in. Keep pressing away from the earth. Really grounding down through all four corners of those palms. Pressing down through the fingertips, through the knuckles. If you have any wrist issues, you can also come onto your fists. Or you can come down to your elbows. Or if you use blocks or a blanket, you can prop yourself up for a little bit more support. Let's take a few breaths here in our tabletop position, pressing away from the earth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Beautiful. On the next inhale, we're going to drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest into cow. On the exhale, let's tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, and round the spine into cat. Beautiful. Inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, draw the back of the heart towards the sky for cat. Again, keep moving like this. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling to cat. I invite you to find some gentle movement, maybe swaying the body forward on the inhale and drawing the hips back on the exhale. Just finding what feels good for you, rooting down through our palms. Really feeling that stability and that connection with the earth underneath us. Wherever you are, one more time. Beautiful. Coming back to our tabletop. Let's bring our left leg in towards the center of the mat, keeping the knee grounded down. We're going to inhale the right leg back. Exhale around the spine, draw the knee towards the nose, and you're going to bring that right leg to wrap around the front of the left leg. Taking the feet all the way to the edges of the mat, we're just going to press our hips back down towards the earth, coming into our cow face position. So knees are stacked one on top of the other. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can also extend the bottom leg, keeping the bottom leg long, and the top leg is stacked over the bottom knee. Okay, knees are stacked one on top of the other, toes are flexing back towards the face. Otherwise, both knees are bent, knees stacked one on top of the other, feet are as wide as the mat. We're just going to take our fingertips down to the earth, pressing down so we can lift up through the spine, drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Again, really pressing down into those sits bones, letting the hips relax down into the earth. If you'd like, and if it's accessible to you, you begin to walk your hands forward, taking a forward fold over those legs, making sure you keep drawing forward with the crown of your head, lengthening the tailbone down to the earth. Beautiful. Wherever you are, coming back to center, lifting up along the spine and through the crown of the head. Let's bring our hands forward, pressing into our palms, drawing the body forward to uncross the legs. This time, bringing our right knee towards the center of the mat, pressing down through all four corners of the palms. We're going to inhale the left leg back. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, bringing the leg to wrap around the front of the right. Taking the feet as wide as the mat, and then pressing the hips back down towards the earth. Again, you can take the bottom leg long if that suits you better, keeping that top knee stacked over that bottom knee, drawing the toes towards the face. Or both knees stack one on top of the other, taking the feet wide, grounding the sits bones down, drawing the hips down towards the earth, bringing our fingertips down to rise up, lengthening up the spine and through the crown of the head. If you'd like, you can begin to walk the hands forward. Keep grounding that tailbone down and lengthening through the crown of the head. We inhale and fold. Keeping those sits bones connected to the earth. Keep drawing those hips down. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lift. Come back to center. Lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, begin to press forward into the palms as you uncross the legs. We're coming back to our tabletop, stacking our shoulder over our wrists and our hips over our knees. Thinking one long line of energy, drawing the tailbone towards the back of the room. Crown of the head draws forward. We're going to tuck the toes, and on the inhale, we're going to begin to lift the back of the hips, coming into our downward dog. So we're pressing away from the earth. We're keeping a nice, generous bend in the knees. You can take the feet as wide as the mat, whatever feels comfortable to you. The heels are drawing down towards the earth. They don't have to reach. You can also place blocks or a blanket under your heels to give yourself more space. Now, if you have any wrist issues, you can also come onto your fists, making sure you keep a lot of bend in those knees so you're not dumping into your arms or your wrists. Otherwise, you can spread the fingers nice and wide, really grasp down into the earth, pressing the finger pads, the knuckles, and especially pressing down through the index finger and the thumb to protect the wrist. Good. Now let's rotate the biceps up towards the ears and out, creating more space in our shoulders, relaxing our head, relaxing our neck. Chest presses back towards the tops of the thighs. Now maybe we walk our dog here, bending one leg and bending the other. Just finding some gentle movement. Maybe you sway the hips side to side. Just find what feels good for you. Keeping that connection in the palms. Pressing down into the earth. Lifting the tailbone, the back of the hips up towards the sky. Let's all come to some stillness here, taking a few breaths. Beautiful. Now everybody bend the knees a lot. And we're going to take baby steps up one by one towards our hands. Good. Taking the feet wide, maybe as wide as the mat or just wider than your hips. Folding forward and finding our ragdoll position, allowing the upper body to relax down. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Releasing the lower back. Releasing all the muscles along the spine. Just really pressing into those feet. Making sure we have a strong base. Maybe you shake your head yes or no. Releasing any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Good. Let's bring our fingers to the mat and heel toe the feet together. You can keep the feet wide if you'd like. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. We're just going to roll up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders coming onto the back, head lifts. Let's open the palms up towards the front of the mat. Draw the shoulders down from the ears, finding our mountain pose here, our Tadasana, really rooting down through those feet, spreading the toes, rooting down through all four corners. Let's broaden across the collarbone, lift the heart. Good. Now let's draw that lower belly up and in so we can protect our lower back and also lengthen our spine. Maybe you tuck the chin towards the chest to lengthen through the back of the neck, keeping a gentle bend in the knees to protect your joints. Maybe you close down the eyes and take a few breaths. Rooting down through your feet, lifting up through the spine, through the crown of the head. Palms are open, receiving energy from the universe. Beautiful. Let's inhale the arms up high. Bring the palms together overhead. Exhale and fold forward from the hips. Drawing the crown of the head towards the earth. Lifting the tailbone up towards the sky. We find our forward fold here. Belly draws towards the tops of the thighs. On an inhale, let's take the fingers up along the shins, coming to a flat back. Tailbone reaches away, crown of the head reaches forward. Draw the shoulders down from the ears and make space in the sides of the neck. Inhale. Exhale and release down into your forward fold. Good. Let's bring the fingertips to the mat, and we're going to step back with our left foot. So pivot the toes at a 45-degree angle. Make sure, take your stance nice and wide so that forward knee is staying over that forward ankle. Maybe you take that back foot out to the wide edge of your mat. Ground down through the heel and through the pinky toe edge of the foot as we come into our warrior one. So on an inhale, you can lift up, bringing the hands to the hips. So your pelvis should be facing the top left corner of the mat. You're grounding down through that back leg, nice and long. Pinky toe edge is pressing down into the earth. Heel presses down, and that forward knee is tracking right over that forward ankle. Beautiful. Now maybe you need to step it out a little bit longer. Maybe you can take it a little bit deeper. Now draw that right leg back towards the hip socket. Front of the left hip draws forward, creating that scissoring effect in our legs. Good. Draw the lower belly up and in. And you can stay here or inhale and lift the arms up high. Making space between the palms. Keep pressing the back pinky toe edge of that foot away. Drawing the shoulders down from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel that connection with your feet into the earth. Drawing energy up all the way along the spine and through the fingertips. Maybe you inhale and take the gaze up. Exhale and bring the hands down to frame the foot. Beautiful. Let's lift the back heel and step it in. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. This time we step the right foot back. So taking your feet nice and wide, making space for your hips. This forward knee stays tracked over that forward ankle. Pivoting the back toes at about a 45-degree angle. We press down through the heel and through the pinky toe edge of the foot. And on inhale, we lift the torso, maybe bringing the hands to the hips. Let's find our warrior one here, so making sure you have enough space and length between your feet. Making sure you have enough width for space for your hips. Your pelvis should face the top right corner of the mat. That left leg is drawing in towards the hip socket. Right hip is drawing forward. We're pressing down along that back leg. Beautiful. You can stay here. Inhale. Lift the arms up high. Drop the shoulders from the ears. Drawing that lower belly up and in. Ribs are coming together in the center. Beautiful. Let's inhale, take the gaze up. Exhale, release the hands back down. Lift the back heel and step forward for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down into all four corners of the feet as you root to rise. Inhale, tall mountain. Palms come down through center. Mountain pose. Let's take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale the arms high. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping the left foot back. Taking that right foot out as wide as you need to. Grounding down through that back left heel, through the back pinky toe edge. Making sure you have enough distance between your feet. Lifting the torso on the inhale. Back toes are pointing at a 45-degree angle. Pelvis is facing the top left corner of your mat. Front knee over front ankle. Beautiful. Draw the lower belly up and in. Inhale, lift the arms. Draw the shoulders down from the ears. Good. Let's inhale. Take the gaze up. Exhale. Bring the hands down to the earth. Okay, we're coming into our goddess pose. So we're going to walk the hands over towards the center of the mat. Lift the feet, bringing them underneath you. I'm going to come to face the front so you can see me this way. So we're going to keep the feet nice and wide. Toes are going to point out to the corners of the mat and heels are coming in. Okay, so let's lift the torso, bringing our hands to our hips. Good. So nice wide stance here, okay? We're going to keep the knees bent. Now those knees are going to stay tracking over those ankles. So imagine the inner thighs rolling up towards the center and out. Dropping that tailbone down. Let's tuck the tailbone underneath us to lengthen the back of our lower back here. Keep the spine nice and long. Good. Ribs knit in towards one another, keeping that belly nice and strong. Good. Now you really need to press down into the pinky toe edges of the feet here. Okay? You might feel like you're moving forward, shifting forward. You need to counteract by tucking that tailbone in, pressing back and down. Whew. There you go. Find your balance here. You can bring the hands to center. Beautiful. Pressing the palms together, finding our God or goddess pose here. Really embodying that connection. Our feet are pressing down into the earth. Maybe you take your arms out. Maybe you bend the elbows. Palms face forward. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale. Lengthen through the legs. Reach the arms up high, coming into star pose. Feeling our connection with the cosmos, reaching out through those fingertips up towards the sky. Let's inhale. Exhale again, bending into those knees, coming into our goddess pose, pressing into the pinky toe edges of those feet, opening up that chest, elbows drawing back, squeezing across the back, palms face forward, really strong posture here, really being present in our bodies. Let's inhale, coming into star, lengthening the legs, reaching through those fingertips, reaching for the sky. Big inhale, exhale, goddess pose. Keep moving like this. Inhale, reach, star pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. One more time, everybody. Reach up really high, reaching through those fingertips. Exhale, pressing down into those feet, feeling that connection with the earth. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands to our hips. Begin to straighten the legs. We're going to bring the toes forward. Toes pointing forward, heels pointing back. Gentle bend in the knees. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, tip from the hip. Come down halfway, bring your fingertips to the ground. Let's reach up through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. Exhale and fold, relaxing the crown of the head towards the earth. Bringing our hands to the earth. Maybe you walk them back towards the inner arches of your feet. Really drawing the crown of the head down, down. Staying strong in that connection with your feet to the earth. Let's inhale, press into the fingertips halfway. Bring our hands to our hips. Press down into the feet nice and strong as you inhale and lift up all the way. Beautiful. Let's heel toe the feet together. We're coming back to the top of our mat, coming back into mountain pose. Arms long, extended down by our sides. Let's inhale high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. This time stepping back with our right foot coming into our warrior one. Making sure we have enough space, maybe about 4 to 5 feet between our feet here, and stepping that back foot out as wide as necessary to accommodate the hips, keeping that front knee over that front ankle. We're pressing back into that back heel and the back pinky toe edge of the foot. On an inhale, we're going to lift the torso. Pelvis is facing the top right corner of the mat. Again, really pressing back and down into that foot there. Drawing that left leg back into the left hip, front of the right hip drawing forward. Inhale, lift the arms high. Lower belly draws up and in. Draw the shoulders down from the ears. Big, beautiful breaths here. You press down into the feet, feel your connection as you rise up. Inhale, take the gaze up. Exhale, release the hands back down to the earth. Beautiful. We're going to walk our hands back towards the center, again coming into our goddess pose. So taking the feet underneath us, taking them nice and wide. Toes are pointed out, heels are pointed in. We're going to lift the torso up. Keep a bend in the knees. Draw that tailbone down and underneath you. Draw the lower belly up and in so we can lengthen that spine. Good. Now you really need to press into the pinky toe edges of those feet, drawing the inner thighs up towards the back. Beautiful. Keep a nice broad chest. Maybe you bring your hands to heart center for a god or goddess pose here, our nice strong posture. Maybe you take your arms out to a T. Maybe you bend the elbows, opening up the palms, receiving energy from the universe. Beautiful. Sink that tailbone down. Breathing in. On an inhale, let's lengthen and begin to straighten the legs as we reach the arms high, reaching for the sky. Star pose. Exhale, lower that tailbone down, bending into the legs, goddess pose. Again, inhale high. Exhale and lower. Inhale. Reach up high. Exhale, press down into those feet, into the outer edges. One more time, inhale high. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands back down to our hips. We're going to lengthen the legs, lift up through the torso, take the toes towards the front of the mat, heels back, keeping a bend in those knees. We're going to inhale, exhale and fold forward, taking our fingertips towards the earth. Let's lengthen through the spine, halfway lift, exhale and fold. Really pressing down into those feet, allowing the crown of the head to relax down towards the earth. Beautiful work. Taking a moment to notice your breath. Notice the energy in your body. Good. Let's inhale, lift. Bring the hands to the hips, press down to the feet, and lift all the way up. Lovely. Heel toe the feet together. Again, let's come into the tops of our mats for our mountain pose. Drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears, pressing down through all four corners of the feet. Let's inhale the arms high. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the left leg back and lower the knee to the ground. Okay, so you can take the back foot, you can bring the top of the back foot down to the earth, or you can keep the toes tucked, making sure this front knee is staying over the front ankle. Maybe you walk that foot out towards the long side edge of your mat to give yourself space for your hips. On an inhale, we're going to lift the torso. Again, drawing this right leg back into the hip socket, front of the left hip draws forward, creating that scissoring effect. Lower belly draws up and in. Coming in for our low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Let's inhale the arms high. Draw the shoulders down from the ears. Pressing into that big toe mound of the front foot. Keeping that strong connection with the ground so that we can rise up. Beautiful. Inhale, maybe you take the gaze up. Exhale, release the hands back down to the earth. Begin to straighten through that front leg, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits pose. So we flex those toes back towards the shin. Again, that right leg drawing back towards the hip. Let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold. Breathing into that back of the leg. When you're ready, you can inhale and lift. Bend into that front leg. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step the back foot up to meet the right foot. Coming into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Once more, let's inhale the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down towards the earth, keeping the toes tucked or taking the top of the foot down to the earth. Stepping that left foot out to the long edge of the mat, making space for the hips, keeping that knee stacked over that front ankle. Let's inhale and lift the torso, drawing that left leg back into the hip socket. Front of the right hip draws forward. We inhale and reach the arms high. Drop the shoulders from the ears. Pressing down through that back foot. Pressing down through the big toe mound of the front foot. Let's inhale, take the gaze up. Exhale, bring the hands back down to center. To frame the foot, we're going to begin to extend that front leg, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana. Keep a gentle bend in that front knee as you flex the toes back towards the face. Drawing that left leg back into the hip socket. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold. Breathing into the back of that left leg. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, begin to bend that front knee. Tuck the back toes and step the back leg up. Coming into our forward fold here. Let's inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're going to begin to heel toe our feet out. Nice and wide so that your toes splay out over the edges of the mat. Heels are in. And we're just going to gently begin to draw our hips down towards the earth, keeping our knees nice and wide. Coming into Malasana, Yogi Squat. Tailbone drawing down towards the earth. Chest lifts. Keeping the elbows to the inside of those knees. Maybe you take the palms to heart center, pressing the palms in towards one another as your elbows press back into the knees. Good. Drawing the tailbone down and lengthening up through the spine. This is a beautiful position to feel that connection with the ground beneath us as it supports us. It's also a very natural position, although it may not feel very natural. It's such an ancestral posture, this squatting. Feel yourself drawing energy up through the feet. One exhale, let's bring our fingers back down to the earth. We'll gently sit our butts back down to the mat. Bring our knees into center. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's ground down through our sits bones, lengthen up through our spines, knees are bent. Maybe you take the fingertips to behind the backs of the thighs. Lift the chest, draw the shoulders down the back, broaden through the collarbone. We're just going to lower it back down to our backs. So maybe you take the arms out as you inhale. And exhale, slowly contract the core as you lower the back one vertebrae at a time down towards the mat. Beautiful. Coming down to your backs. We're just going to take a gentle spinal twist. So bringing the feet together. Let's inhale the arms out to a T. And exhale the legs down to one side. Knees are stacked, taking the gaze away from the legs. Allowing the backs of the shoulders to melt into the earth. Drawing that top hip bone down towards the top of the mat. When you're ready, on an inhale, bring the legs back to center. Shifting the hips over to the other side as we drop the legs to the opposite side. Taking the gaze away from the legs. Grounding those shoulders down. Relaxing the body down into the earth. Top hip bone draws down to the top of the mat. You can inhale back to center when you're ready. And we're going to begin to come into our final Shavasana. So extending the legs nice and long. You're welcome to take a blanket under your knees. Maybe you keep your knees bent. Allow the knees to rest in on one another. Maybe you take a blanket or a towel to your lower back or behind your neck to support your spine. Just lengthen your arms long down by your side, allowing the whole body to relax. If it suits you better, you can come up into a seated position for our final relaxation and integration phase of our class. Just allowing all the tension to release from the body, finding a comfortable position, relaxing the toes and the feet, the ankles and the calves, the shins, relaxing the knees and the quads and the hamstrings, allowing the legs to soften and the hips to soften. The belly softens down into the earth. Feel that natural curve in your lumbar spine. Allow your back to soften and press down into the ground. Backs of the shoulders melt. Arms melt down. Relaxing the forearms and the wrists. Relaxing the fingers. Maybe you tuck the chin slightly to lengthen through the back of your neck. Now relax the jaw. Remove your tongue from the top of your mouth if it's there. Make space between your teeth. Relaxing your whole face. Relaxing your forehead. Relaxing your head. Relaxing your scalp. breathing into any areas of tension here and letting them all go on an exhale. Just relaxing and softening, feeling how the ground supports you, how it holds you as you relax deeper. Just inhaling, and on each exhale, letting go a little bit further. Letting go of any thoughts. Letting go of any feelings that came up in the practice. Letting go of the practice. And letting go of the breath. Just allowing the body to breathe naturally. Just finding any areas of tension where you can let go a little bit further. Maybe you can hear noises around you in your environment. Just notice them and let them go as well. Anchoring your body into this moment, your breath into this moment, letting go of anything that is to come. Softening into this moment. You can stay here for as long as time allows. Or if you're ready, you can begin to deepen the breath, inviting some deeper breaths into the body. Maybe you inhale and stretch out nice and long, kicking the arms overhead, stretching the toes. Exhale and draw the knees towards the chest, hugging them in. You can take a moment to rock side to side, releasing the lower back. When you're ready, come to rest on your favorite side. And take a breath there. Very slowly press yourself back up to a seated position, maybe keeping your gaze soft or your eyes closed. You can come to a cross-legged position or stack the ankles one in front of the other. Again, really rooting down through those sits bones, letting them spread across the earth, rooting down through your tailbone as you lengthen up through the spine and through the crown of the head. Let's inhale and take the arms up overhead, gathering all that energy we created in this moment, bringing it down towards heart center. Open your eyes, inhale, exhale and bow. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today.